Before I get into the content of this video, I wanted to give you guys a sneak peek of how I set up for the video before I begin my commentary. One thing that I have learned in doing content on social media is that aesthetics makes a huge difference in how many people are going to actually view your video. What's up, my shady bells? It's your favorite hair, Dr. Tish, and welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys the difference between getting your cosmetology license and your natural hair care license. Let's go ahead and get into it. I don't know how many people know this or not, but in some states, they are now requiring that you get a natural hair care license or a braider's license. North Carolina being one of those states, which is the state that I teach in, is a state that you have to have your natural hair care license. However, if you have a cosmetology license, you don't need a natural hair care license. And today I'm going to give you guys the differences between the two licenses. First of all, let me say that every state requires you to have a cosmetology license, but every state does not require you to have a natural hair care license or a braider's license. There are currently 16 states that does not differentiate the two or the three. And I said three because there's a difference between having a braider's license and a natural hair care license. So, like I said, there are 16 states that does not differentiate between having a natural hair care license, a braider's license, or a cosmetology license. So in a nutshell, what that means is those 16 states require you to have a cosmetology license, and that's it. So in those 16 states, there's no such thing as a braider's license or a natural hair care license. Go over the 16 states in another video, maybe. The tea is so good. I can't wait for the weather to start breaking, because whenever the weather starts to break and it get cooler outside, that's when I like to have my cup of tea every morning. I can drink tea in the hotter months too, but I prefer to have my tea in the cooler months. So let's go over what it is that you learn in cosmetology school versus natural hair care school. There's two subjects in cosmetology school and natural hair care school that you will learn. And those two subjects are anatomy and physiology and sanitation and sterilization. Anatomy and physiology, you're going to learn how the body functions, how the body work from the inside and the outside. In the sanitation and sterilization, where you're learning all sort of things from bacteria to cells and the different things that the cells do, different types of bacteria. You're also learning how to sanitize, clean, and sterilize your tools and implements and things like that. And that's part of the reason why most of the states all of the states who have implemented acquiring a natural hair care license did so, because they want people who are practicing natural hair care to learn the proper way to sterilize, sanitize, and clean their salon, their tools, implements, and things of that nature. Oof. So those are the similarities in the two licenses that you'll acquire from going to school. Now let's go ahead and get into the differences. In some states, you need 1,000 hours to complete your cosmetology license. In some states, you need 1,500 hours to complete your cosmetology license. In some states, you need 1,800 hours. It just depends on the state. Now, with the natural hair care license, some states you need 300 hours. Some states you need 275 hours. Some states you need 200 hours. It just depends on the state. Now, as far as a braiding license, again, not every state is requiring you to have a braider's license. I know that South Carolina is one of those states that requires you to have a braider's license. And in order to acquire a braider's license in the state of South Carolina, you take a course online. I think it's for about 2 hours. I'm not absolutely positively sure. I'll save that for another video. But it's a course for a few hours online, and it costs about $25, $30. I'm not sure about that either. That would be for a separate video as well. So yeah, as far as I know, South Carolina is one of those states that requires a braiding license. However, South Carolina does not require a natural hair care license. North Carolina is one of those states, in addition to New York State, that requires a natural hair care license. And both states require that you complete a course of 300 hours. That was the first difference between a natural hair care license and a cosmetology license. Let me recap. The difference is the amount of hours that you need for each license in each state. The other difference is with the natural hair care license, you cannot perform chemical services. With a cosmetology license, you can perform chemical services. So that means with the natural hair care license, you can't do services like relaxers, color, anything that involves chemically altering the hair, the natural state of the hair, you cannot do. You can do any kind of chemical that you want to do on your client's hair with a cosmetology license. You cannot cut hair with a natural hair care license. With a cosmetology license, you can cut hair. Now let me preference this before I go on into the next difference. When I say you can't cut hair, I mean you can't cut the client's natural hair grown out of their head. But you can cut wigs, weaves, and extension hair, meaning braided hair. You can cut that hair, but you cannot cut the natural grown hair out of a client's head when you have a natural hair care license. The other difference is with a cosmetology license, you're not only studying hair care, but you're also studying. So as I was saying, with the cosmetology course, the course entails the study of hair, nails, and skin. With the natural hair care course, it is just the study of hair. So those are some of the differences between a natural hair care license and a cosmetology license. I'm hoping that this video helped someone out there who is thinking about either acquiring their natural hair care license or their cosmetology license. A lot of times students come into the school and they're not really sure which one they want to do. Sometimes they'll start out with the cosmetology program, and then when they realize that, hey, I don't really want to do chemicals, I don't want to do facials, I don't want to do nails, I just want to focus on doing hair, and I just want to focus on doing braids or locks or weaves or twists or just anything that is pertaining to the natural hair, then they in turn say, okay, you know what, I'm going to transfer from the cosmetology program and focus on the natural hair care side of the program. Also, a reason why they would transfer from the cosmetology program to the natural hair program is because the natural hair program is less time. Who would want to spend 1,500 hours in school, that's over 1 year, if they don't plan on doing all of the things that cosmetology entails, versus spending 300 hours in school, which is about 3 months. So if you're a person out there who is thinking about doing either program, just think about it long and hard. As I was saying before my phone rudely cut me off, if you're thinking about doing either one of those programs, think about it long and hard, decide what it is that you want to do versus what you don't want to do, and how much time and money you have to spend and invest in the program, whichever program it's going to be. I hope that this video helps someone to make a decision as to which course or program they would like to take. Like I said, every state doesn't require a natural hair care license or a braiding license, but every state does require a cosmetology license. The other thing is, if you have a cosmetology license, you don't need a natural hair care license, nor will you need a braiding license. You can do everything that the cosmetology program entails, which is hair, nails, and skin, with your cosmetology license. So with that being said, again, I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell next to it, comment, share, and thumbs up this video. Remember, hair is your glory. Later, guys. Peace.